money, you know what I mean? We was coming off the solo shit, and everybody was doing their thing. But me, you know what I mean? I got a large family, dog, so I got to do a little extra hustling.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? They always said Layzie Bone Bone Thugs and Harmony is doing the show. Not Bone Thugs and Harmony is doing the show and one nigga show up. So they got on my case so fucking bad, my man. Talking about, man, you can't use Bone Thugs and Harmony like that. It's false branding. It's branding. It's branding. It's branding. And but I will give Bob Francis one thing. He did give me the 22 laws of branding, immutable laws of branding, and I basically took that and I learned that from him. So I ain't trying to just dog his whole character. He's a smart motherfucking man. But they got on me so bad and made me cease and desist what the fuck how I was feeding my family. You feel me? Now it's like, now these motherfuckers out there doing it like it ain't nothing. I'm like, dog, they promoting the shit wrong. People think I'm coming. They hit me on my Twitter. They hit me on my Facebook. They hitting me, dog, saying that they think I'm coming. Like, why don't you talk to your promoter and tell them how to promote it right? You know what I mean? But we all know Bone Thugs and Harmony draw the fucking crowd, not the light entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I mean? So be honest. And to have an attitude of a superstar, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Ain't nan nigga in Bone Thugs and Harmony rich. We do all right. We get by. Them records we sold keep good royalties coming in, and we always can tour for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? But we ain't rich, dog, so who the fuck gives anybody the right in Bone Thugs and Harmony to think they better than another nigga? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just because you did some extra things, got a Grammy with Chameleonaire, now you did something, you better than us. That's not reality, man. Mm-hmm. The reality of it is that we're brothers. I took it like this. Crazy Bone won a Grammy, I won a Grammy. Mm-hmm. They say, how many Grammys you got, Layzie? I got 2. Mm-hmm. You want to know why? Because that bone on that name, that's my name. That bone on Busy Bone name, that's my name. On Flesh and Bone name, that's my name. And Wishbone, that's my name. Any accolade that a nigga win by himself, it should be celebrated by the team. Mm-hmm. Now, not hoard it over and put the trophy in the corner because you don't want nobody else to shine with it. And I ain't dogging nobody. I ain't disrespecting nobody. I'm just hoping one day that Bone Thugs and Harmony can put themselves in the studio. I own the studio. Crazy Bone own the studio. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Between them 2 studios, what the fuck do we need a company for to make an album? Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers act like we need a budget to make an album. Like, that shit is insane to me.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you look, I mean, a lot of people, because of those messages that went out on Facebook, went out on Twitter, you know, fans hold out hopes, and you know, that's a good thing. And they got excited, and they might hear this and be a little bit disappointed. But obviously, when you're speaking, you're not speaking. This isn't just throwing out harmful shit for the sake of throwing it out. There's obviously emotion and family ties to this. This is very real. It goes beyond music. What would you tell those fans in order to keep optimistic, to know that this might not be the final chapter? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just like the only reason I'm doing this interview is in hopes that we can get our shit together. And like we said on the intro of Creeping on the Come Up, shut this motherfucker down, because we do have the internet. And we are a company. Bone Thugs and Harmony is a brand. It takes 10 years to become a brand. You feel me? And once you are a brand, your brand can stay. You have staying power. I'm only doing this. Now, if my niggas can hear this and be like, yeah, you right, Steve. You are our spokesman. You have been our leader. Now, I haven't been the leader all the time because the motherfucker get tired. I need everybody else to pick up the slack sometime. But when it come to putting this group together, man, that's me, dog. pat me on my back and say, the little man hold us down. You know what I mean? Now, it's like a kid that know he gonna get a whooping, and you got to go face the music. You take that ass whooping and you come out as a better person, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. Like, I ain't saying that I know everything I'm saying is accurate, but I'm not saying that I'm perfect either. You know what I mean? I had my faults. I have faults. I'm not perfect, but I know one thing deep in my heart. If to the fans that's listening, you can tell when something is genuine. You can tell when something is sincere. Look at that all hip-hop video recorded interview and tell me when they talking about family, is that sincere or not? You know what I mean? Like, body language is a motherfucker, man. Actions speak louder than words, man. Who really put this? Who really kept everybody together? All I'm saying is, I don't have the energy to do it no more. I got my own fucking family problems and things like that, and ambitions and shit like that. Now, look in the mirror and ask yourself, where do you belong? Do you belong a solo artist, or is it what God preordained for Bone Thugs and Harmony to change the world? So for folks to see us at the crossroad and all them inspiring ass songs we did. How many records do we do solo? We don't do a motherfucking thing compared to what Bone Thugs and Harmony do.
Now, I mean, this is, I mean, you've obviously poured your heart and been very honest. And, I mean, I've done dozens of Bone Thugs and Harmony interviews, and I've asked this question to each and every one of them because everybody obviously has their own vantage point. And I put it to them in this exact way because, you know, I've dealt with them. I like Crazy, I like Wish, Busy, all good dudes. But I always ask the question, when you look at turmoil and look at discontent, if you had to look within at yourself, what do you regret in terms of the way you did certain things? Like, if you put yourself in their shoes in terms of what you did wrong, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, really no regrets, but some of the things because I learned from my mistakes, so there's no regret. But at the same time, some of the things that I did wrong, first of all, I didn't educate myself as a leader should. I wish I would have got a lot more educated, and you know, it took me a long time to get to where I am now. You know what I mean? Like, I was stuck in the bottle. I was drinking too goddamn much. Though that was my downfall. I didn't have any moderation. You know what I mean? There was a lot of business going on that I tended to have. You know that, and also I negotiated their solo deals too quick. I did that, but we had planned. It was supposed to be Bone album, solo, Bone album, solo, Bone album, solo, Bone album. We planned that when we was little, but in the midst of our coming up, I put it on the table too fast. But I saw that Busy was getting antsy, and I thought I was giving him what he wanted. You know what I mean? I saw Crazy Bone was in the studio making 1 billion songs, and I thought that's what he wanted. But had I not been intoxicated as much, I would have made better decisions. So my downfall to me and within our group was my alcoholism. You know what I mean? I might drink now, but better believe I got my shit under control. Being 37, I handle my business first. This shit ain't just a party to me no more. You know what I mean? So if I had to slap myself in the fucking face, dog, it'd have been like, damn, man, you didn't have to live in the bottle like that, Lay. And that's the only thing I really fought myself on, because even through all that, I still tended to the business. I kept deals coming in for Bone Thugs and Harmony, solo deals for Bone Thugs and Harmony, Mo Thug deals for artists that we wanted to put on. You know what I mean? So I don't kick myself in the ass because I did a good fucking job. Now it's time for everybody else to honest. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I did wrong, man.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I live, I learn, and hopefully that's what we all are doing. But at this point, celebrating 20 years, like 20 years is a long time. I would much, much rather be my brother's keeper than to keep doing this fucking music, trying to be a group, and sending out these mixed messages to our fans when we screaming family. And family really, you know, every family got their problems, but to operate and, you know, as a real strong family, man, to have each other's back thick and thin. You can't, Crazy can't give up on Busy. Which can't say fuck Busy Bone. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dog. We went back to back. We shot at niggas. We sold dope. We did what the fuck we had to do. When we ain't had no bread, you rarely seen Bone Thugs and Harmony apart. Niggas got bread. We bought houses, bought cars, and all that. And there you have it. And the story is what it is.
Now move it, like, you talk about the 20 years now. You told me when we did the first part of the interview that, you know, that we scrapped because of this. You talked about doing stuff with Ruthless. Is that still going to happen, or what are some of the things? Let's look forward now in terms of what you might see when the 20-year anniversary stuff comes out.
Okay, well, you know, first of all, we're doing our VH1 behind the scenes, and we're going to tell the real story. We do have the Bone Thugs and Harmony book, the Book of Thugs. We do have the movies that we're doing. There's a lot of things that we're doing. I just want to go into it right. You know what I mean? We got a live, a real live record of live performances coming out, Bone Thugs and Harmony, which requires us to be together to do that. And hopefully we all read this and talk about this shit when we together. Because we seem not to talk about things that, you know, we don't touch on the things that we're supposed to when we together. It's roll the blunt and let's ignore the shit that's keeping us from being as successful as we possibly could be. So it's a lot of things. And like I said, I'm going to put this shit in big, bold, capital letters. Layzie Bone will never leave Bone Thugs and Harmony. Ever. Because like I said, I think about carrying the casket because we don't live forever. I think about taking care of our family. I want all five of us to come together. Like right now, since they doing their thing, they don't want me involved. They don't, you know, it's like they don't want to know what my well-being is. That's fine. Go ahead and be in your development stage as a human. So I still got Crazy and Wisdom. They can do Bone Thugs and Harmony too. You better believe I got Crazy. I did an album with 3 with them, strengthened those loyalties, kept it moving. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do an album with Busy Bone and Flex. And majority has always ruled. Always in Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I mean? So my hopes and ambitions is for the world to see us dominant. Everybody that's doing the fast flow and all that, I love them. They keep us alive. I take my hat off to them. We gave music something to thrive on. If you can't speed it up, if you can't flip the flow, if you don't play with the beat in some melodic type of way, then you just ain't and play the fuck out. You don't deserve to be in this era of music because it's a challenge. And Bone Thugs and Harmony need to challenge the game again. And be union. 5.
Now, if you had to, and I'll ask one last Bone question and then get into a couple quick ones because we've been long, and I don't want all hip-hop to cut out too much of the good shit. So we'll be quick on this last question. On this day, I mean, whatever it is, February 9th, 10th, I'm not even sure, 11th, if you had to honestly predict how it's going to go in the near future for your group in terms of the makeup of the group, what do you think? How do you think it's going to shape up?
With me doing this interview right here, Craig gonna want to whoop my ass. Wish gonna want to whoop my ass. B probably gonna say it's about time that little nigga said something. You know what I mean? And you know, Flesh, that's my big brother. He came home from the penitentiary to get Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know, that's his dream. He missed so many years. I know he want to see it. You know what I mean? But they gonna want to whoop my ass. But at the same time, it's probably a breath of fresh air that I'm just keeping it 100. And from my opinion, you know, from my point of view, you know what I mean? So I think we gonna celebrate this 20-year anniversary. I think this shit right here, I'm saying this shit right here, nigga, you know what I mean, Cat Williams voice type shit, this shit should bring us together. Because I ain't speaking nothing but the truth, and I ain't talking down on Craig. I ain't talking down on Whitney. I ain't talking down on Steve Lobel. I ain't talking down on Creative Business. You know, even when I said my alcoholic ways, I ain't talking down on myself because we all can overcome any obstacle. I ain't even talking down on Mr. Francis. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, just don't pop up, don't misappropriate things, and then the nigga that brought you into this situation, y'all ain't got y'all. They know my number. Call me. Tell me y'all planning on putting Bone Thugs and Harmony together. Don't let me find out on no motherfucking internet. Because this my motherfucking group, you feel me? And I will hope that every other Bone member feel the same way.
Mm-hmm. Now, last question, I mean, and we'll probably have to do a part 2 down the road because obviously this interview served a different purpose, but you explained to me last time you got a bunch of stuff coming out. You got the From the Vault, which has Bone Thugs and Harmony songs. You have your solo albums, you have your websites. Why don't you just kind of, if you can, quickly just tell me, list through what people should expect and where people can find you.
Okay, first of all, you can find everything that I'm doing on HarmonyHouseENT.com. For those that don't know, my name is Stephen House. Spell house with a W, HOWSC. So it's HarmonyHouseENT.com. You know what I mean? I think Craig's project is called From the Vault. Mine is called Lost Archives. So I'm doing the Lost Archives. I got a solo record called Perfect Timing. I got the Harmony House compilation, which is called Welcome to the House. I got the Law of Attraction edition that I'm selling with a lot of my poetry and things like that. It's a nice package, you know what I mean? The Law of Attraction. I just dropped that. The Law of Attraction CD is on .pip. It's on worldstar.com. It's hosted by DJ Smalls. You know what I mean? So go download that shit. It's free. You know, I got my book of poetry coming out, which is called Invisible Ink. I got so many things. You look out for Felicia's records called Before My Time. You can look out for my children. Their group, they do their thing. You know, Lil Red. You got Chosen Empire. You got all my kids, man. And I'm Joe Jackson up in here. What else, man? I got Flesh and Bones, new record, Blaze of Glory. I'm promoting that. Promoting Me, Busy, and Flesh album. I want to call it Majority Rules, but I don't think Busy gonna let me. So that's a debate right now. We got that record though, which is off the hook. You know, and it's a lot of things, man. I'm doing the Bump Keep G TV. You know, where we doing our Ustreams and everything. We about to get that cracking. But everything you need to know, you can go to HarmonyHouseENT.com. Follow me. I got my Layzie Bone Edition clothing. I got my house brand clothes, where I got the house shoes, the house coats, like the pajamas, the Layzie wear pajamas. I'm selling lingerie to the women. We call it lingerie. You know what I mean? With the sexy shit for the ladies. You know, I like that. I like to see them sexy. So the lingerie, you spell that L-A-Y. G-E-R-I-E. Lingerie. Man, I got a bunch of things coming out, you know what I mean, with the clothing line. I'm playing the entertainment field all the way. So with my poetry thing, man, I'm trying to start like my poetry community, and I want to take that on the road as well. So all these things that I'm doing is hopefully it'll be backed up sometime by the end of this year by 5-man Bone Thugs and Harmony album. But be looking for, me, Dizzy, and Flesh to go on tour. You know what I mean? And I hope the fans, come out and support us too, because, it's some of the same songs, but I'm going to switch it all the way up so that they get a whole other feel and flavor of Bone Thugs and Harmony. So with all that being said, man, it's a bunch going on, but I'm going to promote. Follow me on Twitter at Layzie, BTNH. Layzie Bone, Facebook. I'm always on the Bone Thugs and Harmony Facebook. So with that being said, that's enough information. If anybody interested in what I'm doing, I keep it moving, man. I keep something going. I'm always inspired to find the hottest new artists. You know what I mean? So I'm always taking submissions for music and hit records and things like that. So I'm still trying to be the mogul I set out to be when I started Mo Thug Records.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm still doing all that. All my dreams are the same, and I'm just closer and closer and closer. I still want to shut this motherfucker down. I just didn't know it was going to be 20 years later. And also look out for everything Ruthless got celebrating its 20th year anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's terrific, man. You know what, actually, because of the theme of this interview and the way that you kind of presented it, it's almost like a message to the group more, and a message to the world, but more so a message to your brother. So in closing, I only think it's natural to put a full circle. If you had to do it in a sentence, collectively talking to your group or individually, I asked you this last time, what would be your message to your group, your brothers that you grew up with?
Okay. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. Teamwork makes the dream work. Team, 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 team. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, dot, 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 dot. Together, everyone achieves more.